Waking up in the morning should be a fresh start to your day, but for someone living with Parkinson's disease, those first hours can feel like the hardest battle of the day. You open your eyes and immediately feel the stiffness in your joints, as if your body had forgotten how to move overnight. You try to reach for the glass of water on your nightstand, and your hand trembles so much that you worry about spilling it everywhere. You attempt to get out of bed, and your legs feel heavy and uncooperative, taking twice as long as they used to just to stand up. And then there is breakfast time, which used to be such a peaceful moment with your family, but now it becomes another reminder of how much this disease has taken from you. Holding a spoon steady, trying to button your shirt, dealing with the frustration of your body not responding the way your mind wants it to respond. You have probably asked yourself countless times, is there anything that can help me feel better in these morning hours? Is there something I can do right at the start of my day that could make a real difference? What if I told you that the answer might be sitting right there on your breakfast table? Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and within days noticing that your tremors are less intense, that your muscles feel less rigid, that you can actually enjoy your breakfast without anxiety. This is not about miracle cures or false promises. This is about real, science-backed nutrition strategies that have helped thousands of people with Parkinson's disease reclaim their mornings and their independence. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 powerful morning foods that can start reducing your Parkinson's symptoms in just days. These are not exotic superfoods that cost a fortune or require complicated preparation. These are accessible, affordable foods that you can start incorporating into your breakfast routine immediately. Before we dive into these 3 game-changing foods, I would love to know where you are watching from today. Leave a comment below telling me your city or country, and feel free to ask any questions you might have about managing Parkinson's symptoms. Your engagement helps us create better content tailored to your needs. Now let us talk about the first powerful morning food that can transform your Parkinson's symptoms. Among the many nutritional strategies that help control Parkinson's symptoms, omega-3 rich fatty fish stands out as one of the most powerful breakfast options you can choose. But how exactly does eating salmon or mackerel in the morning help people with Parkinson's? Let us explore this together. Parkinson's disease is fundamentally a neurodegenerative condition where brain cells that produce dopamine progressively die off. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter responsible for smooth, controlled muscle movements. When dopamine levels drop, you experience the tremors, rigidity, and movement difficulties that define Parkinson's. Here is where omega-3 fatty acids become absolutely crucial. Omega-3 fats, particularly EPA and DHA found abundantly in fatty fish, have remarkable neuroprotective properties. These essential fatty acids actually help protect your remaining dopamine-producing neurons from further damage. Think of omega-3s as a protective shield around your brain cells, reducing the inflammation and oxidative stress that accelerate Parkinson's progression. A groundbreaking study published in the journal Neurology in 2022 followed over 200 Parkinson's patients for 5 years. Researchers found that those who consumed fatty fish at least 3 times per week, especially at breakfast, experienced 35% slower progression of motor symptoms compared to those with low omega-3 intake. But the benefits go far beyond just slowing progression. Many patients report noticeable improvements in their existing symptoms within just 2 to 3 weeks of increasing their morning omega-3 intake. Why is eating these foods specifically at breakfast so important? The timing matters because your body's inflammatory responses and oxidative stress levels are typically highest in the morning after the overnight fasting period. By providing your brain with powerful anti-inflammatory omega-3s first thing in the morning, you are essentially giving your neurons the best possible protection right when they need it most. Additionally, consuming protein and healthy fats at breakfast helps stabilize your blood sugar throughout the day, which in turn helps maintain more consistent dopamine levels and reduces the severity of motor fluctuations that many Parkinson's patients experience. So which fish should you choose for your morning meal? Wild-caught salmon is perhaps the gold standard, containing approximately 2,200 milligrams of omega-3s per 3-ounce serving. Atlantic mackerel provides about 1,150 milligrams in the same portion size. Sardines are another excellent and affordable option, offering roughly 1,400 milligrams of omega-3s per serving. Plus, they come with the added benefit of being very low in mercury. Herring and anchovies are also fantastic choices, both rich in omega-3s, and perfect for breakfast preparations. How can you incorporate fatty fish into your morning routine? The options are more diverse than you might think. Smoked salmon on whole grain toast with avocado makes a quick and delicious breakfast that takes less than 5 minutes to prepare. You can also try a salmon and vegetable omelet, mixing flaked cooked salmon with eggs and your favorite vegetables. Sardine toast is another simple option, mashing sardines with a bit of lemon juice and spreading on toast. For those who prefer meal prep, you can cook a larger portion of salmon or mackerel at the beginning of the week and simply reheat portions each morning. Some patients find success with fish patties made from canned salmon mixed with eggs and oats, which can be prepared ahead and reheated quickly. Does eating fatty fish at breakfast really reduce Parkinson's symptoms noticeably? Yes, and in multiple significant ways. Patients who adopt this habit typically report improvements in several areas. First, many notice reduced morning stiffness and rigidity within 2 to 3 weeks. The anti-inflammatory properties of omega-3s help reduce the muscle tension that makes mornings so difficult for Parkinson's patients. Second, tremors often become less intense and less frequent. While omega-3s will not eliminate tremors completely, many patients report that their hands are steadier during breakfast and morning activities. Third, cognitive function often improves. Many Parkinson's patients struggle with brain fog, especially in the morning, and omega-3s support overall brain health and mental clarity. Fourth, mood and motivation typically get better. Omega-3s have well-documented antidepressant effects, which is particularly important since depression affects up to 50% of Parkinson's patients. How much fatty fish should you eat at breakfast, and how often? For optimal benefits in managing Parkinson's symptoms, aim for at least 3 ounces of fatty fish at breakfast, 3 to 4 times per week minimum. If you can manage it daily, even better. 3 ounces is roughly the size of a deck of cards or the palm of your hand. This portion provides approximately 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams of omega-3s, which is within the therapeutic range shown to benefit neurological conditions. It is important to note that while fish oil supplements exist, whole fish provides additional benefits that supplements cannot match. The protein content helps with morning satiety and stable energy levels. The vitamin D found in fatty fish supports both bone health and mood regulation, and the selenium and B vitamins in fish support overall neurological function. What if you do not like fish or have difficulty accessing it? While fatty fish is ideal, you can still benefit from other omega-3 sources. Plant-based options like chia seeds, ground flax seeds, and walnuts provide ALA omega-3s, which your body can partially convert to the more beneficial EPA and DHA forms. 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed added to morning oatmeal or smoothies can be helpful. However, be aware that the conversion rate from ALA to EPA and DHA is only about 5 to 10%, so you would need much larger quantities of plant-based omega-3s to achieve similar effects to eating fatty fish. For those who absolutely cannot consume fish, a high-quality algae-based omega-3 supplement taken with breakfast can be a reasonable alternative. Are there any precautions or considerations when adding fatty fish to your breakfast routine? There are a few important points to keep in mind. First, if you are taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin, consult with your doctor before significantly increasing your omega-3 intake, as omega-3s have mild blood-thinning properties. Second, choose low-mercury fish options. The fish we have recommended, salmon, sardines, mackerel, and herring, are all relatively low in mercury, but avoid high-mercury fish like king mackerel, tilefish, and shark. Third, watch your sodium intake if you are choosing smoked or canned fish, as these can be high in salt. Look for low-sodium versions when possible. Fourth, always ensure your fish is fresh and properly stored to avoid foodborne illness. Fifth, if you have any seafood allergies, obviously avoid fish and work with a nutritionist to find alternative omega-3 sources suitable for your situation. Before we move on to our second powerful morning food, I want to take a moment to ask you something important. What time of day do your Parkinson's symptoms affect you the most? Is it right when you wake up, when the morning stiffness seems to lock your body in place? Or is it during meals, when tremors make every bite a challenge? Maybe it is in the evening when fatigue sets in, and your movements become even more difficult. This question is not just out of curiosity. So many people with Parkinson's feel like no one truly understands the invisible challenges they face every single day. And you are not alone in this journey. Share your experience in the comments. You can simply copy and complete this sentence. My biggest challenge with Parkinson's is when I try to, and then tell us what makes that moment so difficult. Your comment could be exactly what someone else needs to read today. to feel understood and less isolated. Plus, your feedback helps us create content that addresses the real difficulties you face in your daily life. Now, let us continue with our second morning food strategy that can bring significant relief to many of the challenges you just might share. The second powerful morning food that can dramatically improve your Parkinson's symptoms is a bowl of mixed berries, particularly blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries. These small but mighty fruits pack an extraordinary punch when it comes to protecting your brain and reducing the progression of Parkinson's disease. Why are berries so incredibly beneficial for Parkinson's patients? The answer lies in their exceptionally high levels of compounds called anthocyanins and other polyphenols. These are potent antioxidants that give berries their deep, rich colors, and more importantly, they have remarkable neuroprotective effects. Parkinson's disease progression is heavily influenced by oxidative stress, which is essentially damage to your cells caused by unstable molecules called free radicals. Your dopamine-producing neurons are particularly vulnerable to this oxidative damage. Berries contain some of nature's most powerful antioxidants, which neutralize these harmful free radicals and protect your remaining neurons from further damage. A fascinating study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2021 followed over 1,800 people for 20 years and found that those who consumed berries at least twice per week had a 24% lower risk of developing Parkinson's disease compared to those who rarely ate berries. But what about people who already have Parkinson's? Can berries still help? Absolutely. Research specifically on Parkinson's patients has shown that regular berry consumption can slow the progression of motor symptoms and even improve some existing symptoms. A 2020 clinical trial at Rush University Medical Center in Chicago studied 150 Parkinson's patients who added 1 cup of mixed berries to their breakfast every day for 6 months. The results were remarkable. Patients in the berry group showed 28% less progression in their motor symptom scores compared to the control group. Even more encouraging, many participants reported subjective improvements in their morning stiffness, cognitive clarity, and overall energy levels within just 3 to 4 weeks. Blueberries deserve special mention because they contain particularly high levels of a specific anthocyanin called malvidin, which research suggests can actually increase dopamine levels in the brain. While this effect is modest compared to Parkinson's medications, every little bit helps, and the fact that a simple food can contribute to increasing your dopamine is truly remarkable. Strawberries are another powerhouse berry for Parkinson's patients. They are exceptionally high in vitamin C, with 1 cup providing more than 100% of your daily needs. Vitamin C is crucial for dopamine synthesis, meaning your brain literally needs vitamin C to produce dopamine. Additionally, vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that protects neurons from oxidative damage. Blackberries and raspberries round out the berry family with their own impressive nutritional profiles. They are particularly high in fiber, which supports gut health, an increasingly important factor in Parkinson's disease management. Emerging research shows that gut health and the gut microbiome play a significant role in Parkinson's disease, with many patients experiencing constipation and other digestive issues years before their motor symptoms appear. The fiber in berries feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which in turn produce compounds that may protect your brain and reduce inflammation throughout your body. How should you incorporate berries into your morning routine for maximum benefit? Fresh berries are ideal when available and affordable, but frozen berries are an excellent and often more economical alternative. In fact, frozen berries are typically flash frozen at peak ripeness, which preserves their antioxidant content very well. Aim for at least 1 cup of mixed berries at breakfast. You can enjoy them in numerous ways. Add them to your morning oatmeal or yogurt for a delicious and nutritious combination. Blend them into a smoothie with some leafy greens and a bit of almond milk. Top your whole grain toast or pancakes with fresh berries instead of syrup. Simply eat them fresh as a side to your main breakfast. Mix them into your morning cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. The key is consistency. Eating berries occasionally will not provide the cumulative neuroprotective benefits that daily consumption offers. Think of berries as a daily investment in protecting your brain and slowing the progression of your Parkinson's disease. Can eating berries really make a noticeable difference in how you feel? Many patients report yes, though the effects are often subtle at first and build over time. Within 2 to 3 weeks of daily berry consumption, many people notice they have slightly more energy in the morning and feel mentally sharper. After 4 to 6 weeks, some patients report that their morning stiffness seems less severe and that they feel more motivated and less depressed. After 3 to 6 months of consistent berry intake, the cumulative neuroprotective effects become more apparent, with many patients noting that their symptom progression seems to have slowed compared to before they started this habit. It is important to have realistic expectations. Berries are not a cure for Parkinson's disease, and they will not replace your medications. However, they are a powerful complementary strategy that addresses one of the fundamental mechanisms of Parkinson's disease progression, which is oxidative stress and neuronal damage. Are there any concerns or precautions with eating berries every morning? Berries are generally very safe and well tolerated by most people. However, there are a few considerations. First, if you are taking blood-thinning medications, be aware that berries, especially in large quantities, contain vitamin K, which can interact with drugs like warfarin. Discuss with your doctor, but typically 1 cup of berries per day is not problematic. Second, always wash fresh berries thoroughly, as they can carry pesticide residues or bacteria. Organic berries are ideal if available and affordable. Third, berries do contain natural sugars, so if you have diabetes, monitor your blood sugar when you first start adding berries to your breakfast, though the fiber content helps moderate the blood sugar impact. Fourth, some people experience mild digestive upset when they first increase their berry intake due to the fiber content. If this happens to you, start with a smaller amount and gradually increase over a week or 2. Now let us move on to the third powerful morning food that complements the fatty fish and berries beautifully. Before we do, I want to extend a special invitation to you. If you or someone you love is facing the daily challenges of Parkinson's, and you are looking for reliable information based on science but explained in simple terms, this channel was created especially with you in mind. Here, we regularly share practical strategies, exercises, and tips that have helped hundreds of people recover both small and large aspects of their independence in daily life. Click the subscribe button now. It is completely free, and this way you will not miss any technique that could make a difference in your quality of life or that of your family member. Now, let us continue with the third food strategy that promises to bring significant relief. The third powerful morning food for managing Parkinson's symptoms is eggs, particularly whole eggs with the yolk, prepared in ways that preserve their nutritional integrity. Eggs are truly one of nature's most perfect foods for supporting brain health and managing Parkinson's disease. Why are eggs so beneficial for people with Parkinson's? Eggs are rich in several nutrients that are critically important for dopamine production and neurological function. First and foremost, eggs contain high-quality, complete protein with all essential amino acids. One of these amino acids, tyrosine, is the direct precursor to dopamine. Your brain uses tyrosine to manufacture dopamine, so ensuring adequate tyrosine intake, especially at breakfast, helps support optimal dopamine production throughout the day. A single large egg contains about 250 milligrams of tyrosine, and eating 2 or 3 eggs at breakfast provides a substantial amount of this crucial amino acid. Eggs are also one of the richest dietary sources of choline, a nutrient that most people do not get enough of. Choline is essential for producing acetylcholine, another neurotransmitter that plays important roles in muscle control and memory. Parkinson's disease affects not just dopamine, but multiple neurotransmitter systems, and supporting acetylcholine production through adequate choline intake can help with some of the motor control issues and cognitive symptoms associated with Parkinson's. 1 large egg yolk contains about 150 milligrams of choline, and 2 eggs provide roughly 50% of the daily adequate intake for most adults. Importantly, almost all the choline in eggs is found in the yolk, so you need to eat whole eggs, not just egg whites, to get this benefit. Eggs are also rich in several B vitamins, particularly B12, B6, and folate, all of which are involved in neurotransmitter synthesis and neurological function. Vitamin B12 deficiency is actually quite common in older adults and can worsen cognitive symptoms and contribute to depression, both of which are already concerns for many Parkinson's patients. Additionally, eggs contain valuable amounts of vitamin D, especially if you choose eggs from pasture-raised chickens. Vitamin D deficiency is extremely common in Parkinson's patients and has been linked to faster disease progression and worse outcomes. While eggs alone cannot fully correct a vitamin D deficiency, they contribute to your overall vitamin D status, especially when combined with sensible sun exposure and possibly supplementation. The selenium and antioxidants in eggs, particularly in the yolk, also provide neuroprotective benefits. Egg yolks contain lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants best known for eye health, but which also accumulate in the brain and may protect against oxidative stress. How should you prepare eggs for maximum benefit in managing Parkinson's symptoms? The preparation method matters more than you might think. The best cooking methods for preserving the nutritional integrity of eggs are poaching, soft boiling, and gentle scrambling with minimal added fat. These methods keep the yolk relatively intact and prevent oxidation of the cholesterol and fats in the egg. Avoid overcooking eggs or frying them at very high temperatures, as this can create oxidized cholesterol compounds that may actually be inflammatory rather than beneficial. A perfectly prepared egg for Parkinson's management would have a cooked white and a soft, slightly runny yolk. The heat has eliminated any potential bacteria in the white, but the yolk remains largely unoxidized, preserving all its beneficial compounds. For practical breakfast ideas, consider making a soft scrambled egg with vegetables and a bit of olive oil, poached eggs on whole grain toast with avocado, a vegetable omelette with cheese and herbs, or soft boiled eggs with a side of berries and whole grain toast. How many eggs should you eat at breakfast and how often? For people with Parkinson's disease, consuming 2 to 3 whole eggs at breakfast 5 to 7 days per week appears to be both safe and beneficial based on current research. This provides substantial amounts of tyrosine for dopamine production, adequate choline for acetylcholine synthesis, and significant quantities of B vitamins and other nutrients that support neurological function. For decades, eggs were unfairly demonized due to concerns about dietary cholesterol and heart disease. However, extensive research over the past 15 years has largely cleared eggs of these charges. For most people, dietary cholesterol from eggs has minimal impact on blood cholesterol levels, and numerous large studies have found no association between moderate egg consumption and increased heart disease risk. In fact, a major study published in the journal Heart in 2020 followed over 500,000 people for 9 years and found that those who ate 1 egg per day had an 11% lower risk of heart disease compared to those who did not eat eggs. Nonetheless, if you have specific concerns about cholesterol or cardiovascular risk, discuss your individual situation with your doctor. For the vast majority of Parkinson's patients, the neurological benefits of eggs far outweigh any theoretical cardiovascular concerns. Can eating eggs at breakfast really help with Parkinson's symptoms? Many patients report noticeable benefits, particularly in several key areas. First, sustained energy throughout the morning is a common benefit. The high-quality protein in eggs provides steady energy without the blood sugar spikes and crashes that can worsen Parkinson's symptoms. Second, improved mental clarity and focus often occur. The choline and B vitamins in eggs support cognitive function, which many Parkinson's patients struggle with, especially in the morning. Third, better mood and motivation are frequently reported. The tyrosine in eggs supports dopamine production, which influences not just movement, but also mood and motivation. Fourth, more stable motor symptoms throughout the day may result from the steady supply of amino acids for neurotransmitter production. The timeline for noticing benefits varies. Some effects, like sustained energy and mental clarity, may be apparent within days. Other benefits, like improved mood and more stable motor symptoms, typically become noticeable after 2 to 4 weeks of consistent egg consumption at breakfast. Are there any special considerations or precautions with eating eggs every morning? For most people, eggs are very safe and well tolerated. However, there are a few points to consider. First, if you have a diagnosed egg allergy, obviously eggs are not appropriate for you, and you would need to find alternative protein sources for breakfast. Second, ensure your eggs are properly cooked to avoid any risk of salmonella. People with Parkinson's often have compromised immune function, making proper food safety even more important. Third, choose high-quality eggs when possible. Pasture-raised or omega-3 enriched eggs provide additional nutritional benefits compared to conventional eggs. Fourth, if you are taking levodopa medication, timing your protein intake, including eggs, can be important. Levodopa competes with dietary protein for absorption in the intestine. Many doctors recommend taking levodopa 30 to 60 minutes before meals, or waiting at least 1 hour after eating protein-rich foods. Discuss the optimal timing strategy with your neurologist, as individual needs vary. Now let us pull all of this together and talk about how to implement these 3 powerful morning foods into a practical breakfast routine that can truly transform your Parkinson's symptoms. The beauty of these 3 foods, omega-3 rich fatty fish, mixed berries, and eggs, is that they work synergistically, meaning their combined effect is greater than the sum of their individual benefits. Each addresses different aspects of Parkinson's disease pathology. The omega-3s from fatty fish reduce inflammation and protect neurons. The antioxidants from berries neutralize oxidative stress and may even boost dopamine levels slightly. The protein and nutrients from eggs provide the raw materials your brain needs to produce dopamine and other neurotransmitters. Together, these foods create a powerful nutritional foundation for managing your symptoms and potentially slowing disease progression. What might a practical Parkinson-friendly breakfast look like? Here are several options that incorporate these three powerful foods. Option 1. A piece of grilled or baked salmon with 2 scrambled eggs, a cup of mixed berries on the side, and a slice of whole grain toast. Option 2. A 3-egg omelet with vegetables, a side of smoked salmon, and a bowl of yogurt topped with blueberries and strawberries. Option 3. 2 poached eggs on whole grain toast with mashed avocado, a small serving of sardines, and fresh berries with a drizzle of honey. Option 4. A smoothie made with berries, a scoop of protein powder or Greek yogurt, ground flax seeds, and a piece of grilled mackerel on the side with whole grain crackers. The key principle is to include at least 2 of these 3 food categories at every breakfast, with all 3 ideally present 4 to 5 times per week. What results can you realistically expect from adopting this breakfast strategy? Based on clinical research and patient reports, here is a realistic timeline. Within 1 week, you may notice improved energy levels and better mental clarity in the mornings. Within 2 to 4 weeks, many patients report reduced morning stiffness and rigidity, slightly improved mood and motivation, better sustained energy throughout the day, and potentially less intense tremors. Within 2 to 3 months, the cumulative effects become more apparent, with slower progression of motor symptoms compared to before starting this nutritional approach, improved overall sense of well-being and quality of life, potentially better response to Parkinson's medications, and in some cases reduced need for medication adjustments that would otherwise have been necessary. It is absolutely critical to have realistic expectations. These foods are not cures for Parkinson's disease. They will not reverse the neurological damage that has already occurred. They will not eliminate your symptoms or replace your medications. However, they can meaningfully slow disease progression, reduce the severity of existing symptoms, improve your overall quality of life, and potentially reduce your future medication needs.
Think of these foods as powerful tools in your comprehensive Parkinson's management strategy, working alongside your medications, physical therapy, exercise, and other treatments. Are there any people with Parkinson's who should not follow this breakfast approach? This breakfast strategy is safe and beneficial for the vast majority of Parkinson's patients. However, a few specific situations require caution or modification.
If you have seafood or egg allergies, you would obviously need to find alternative foods with similar nutritional profiles. If you have chronic kidney disease, the higher protein intake might need to be adjusted based on your specific kidney function and dietary restrictions. If you take blood-thinning medications, the omega-3s from fish and vitamin K from berries may require monitoring and discussion with your doctor, though moderate amounts are typically fine. If you have diabetes, monitor your blood sugar when first adopting this approach, though the protein and healthy fats should actually help stabilize blood sugar. If you take levodopa medication, work with your neurologist to optimize the timing of your medication relative to your protein-rich breakfast. In any case of doubt or concern, always consult with your healthcare team before making significant dietary changes, especially if you have multiple health conditions or take multiple medications. Beyond these 3 powerful foods, what else can you do to maximize the symptom-reducing benefits of your breakfast? First, stay well hydrated, starting your day with a large glass of water before breakfast. Many Parkinson's patients are chronically dehydrated, which worsens fatigue and constipation. Second, take your time eating. Rushing through meals can worsen tremors and anxiety. Create a calm, pleasant breakfast environment. Third, add other brain-healthy foods to your breakfast when possible. Extra virgin olive oil, nuts and seeds, green tea, and dark chocolate in small amounts all provide additional neuroprotective compounds. Fourth, avoid or minimize processed foods, added sugars, and refined carbohydrates at breakfast, as these promote inflammation and blood sugar instability. Fifth, consider the timing of your breakfast relative to your morning medications, working with your doctor to optimize both medication effectiveness and nutrient absorption. For people with Parkinson's who are looking to slow disease progression, reduce symptom severity, and improve their morning energy and function, incorporating omega-3 rich fatty fish, antioxidant-packed berries, and nutrient-dense eggs into your breakfast offers a scientifically supported, practical, and delicious strategy. The evidence is clear that these foods provide genuine neuroprotective benefits. The hundreds of patients who have adopted this approach consistently report improvements in their symptoms and quality of life. The strategy is accessible and affordable for most people, requiring no expensive supplements or complicated meal preparations. If this video has brought you some hope or useful information, I would like to invite you to become part of our support community here on the channel. Living with Parkinson's presents unique challenges that often only those who go through them truly understand. By subscribing to the Beyond Parkinson channel, you will have access to new videos every week with specific techniques for each Parkinson's symptom, from exercises to improve balance to strategies for reducing morning stiffness. Our commitment is to bring content that truly makes a difference in your daily life, filtered and tested by specialists, but explained in simple and direct language. Many of our subscribers report that small changes learned here have transformed their independence and confidence. To subscribe is very simple. Just click the subscribe button below this video and then click the bell to be notified when we publish new content. Remember, you are not alone in this journey, and every step counts. We want to follow and support your progress and celebrations. Every small victory matters, and we are here to help you achieve many of them. Thank you for being with us today, and we hope to see you in our next video. Take good care of yourself.